Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite chess journal YouTube channel. Just a while ago, I have published the Austrian attack variation of the Pirc defense, where we looked into several lines, best lines, of course. Now, let's review a game. This is an interesting game, had been played by former world champion Bobby Fischer on the white end, and his opponent was Victor Korchnoi, another very strong super GM. This game took place in 1962, and Bobby Fischer opened the game with e4. Korchnoi in response played d6, and after d4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, f4, and we enter into the Austrian attack. Korchnoi decided to shadow his dark square bishop. Fischer developed his knight to f3, and Korchnoi castled. Now here, Fischer played bishop e2. The other playable moves are not playable, other better moves, I must say, are bishop to e3 or bishop to d3. Okay, and Korchnoi immediately strike in the center, and Fischer took the pawn. Now Korchnoi played queen to a5. Notice that this pawn cannot take this pawn, because if this pawn takes this pawn, then this knight is going to take this pawn, center pawn. This knight cannot capture the knight because of the pin, and black will definitely be better. Now, currently at the moment, it is equal. So Fischer decided to castle, and now Korchnoi captured the pawn that comes with the tempo on the king, check, and Fischer had to play king h1, and now Korchnoi developed his other knight to c6 square, knight d2, played by Fischer. The aim of that move is perhaps to come here and attack the queen, so Korchnoi played a5, and Fischer put his knight to b3 square, attacking the queen. Queen went back to b6 square, and a4 by Fischer. Excuse me. Here, Korchnoi put his knight here on the b4 square, supported by this a pawn, and slightly, it's not slightly, let's go back. You can see the position is equal, but now Fischer was tried to be very aggressive, and then he played g4. That's a losing move. Better move could have been developing this bishop, a dark square bishop that's doing nothing, by playing bishop to d2, or even could be simply playing h3, stopping any potential jump in of these two pieces. Anyway, Fischer played g4, and here, from this point in time, this game, tactically speaking, turned very, very much in favor of Korchnoi. Let's see. First, the capture with the light square bishop, and that's a temporary sacrifice. So that's been recaptured by Fischer, and now capture with the knight, and recapture by the queen. Notice that black is a piece down at the moment. And now knight takes c2, attacking this rook. And okay, let's go back. Attacking this rook as well as this knight is loose. So Fischer decided to put the knight on b5 square. That's the best move. Now rook is being captured. Now black is doing better, and knight is being recaptured by the knight. Black is still doing better. Now queen to c6, and played by Korchnoi, and Fischer pushed the pawn further up by playing f5, and that's even a losing move. Let's go back here. As you can see, position has gone much worse. Better move could have been queen to f3, guarding this pawn, or even rook to e1, guarding this pawn. This pawn is very crucial. So, of course, Fischer decided to guard this pawn uh, by playing f5, but that's a losing move. Korchnoi played queen c4, and the purpose of that move is obviously to target that rook. And Fischer played queen f3, defending. Korchnoi took this pawn, attacking this knight again. Fischer played knight c7, attacking this rook, but Korchnoi first took the knight, and notice that knight takes a8 should have been played, but instead Fischer played knight to d5. Fischer was up for attack, and too much attack. Probably he miscalculated. During that time, it was 10 years before he became world champion. So yeah, it was understandable that he made mistakes. But anyway, this game was interesting, and Korchnoi played rook a e8 and bishop g5 played by Fischer, and Korchnoi captured the pawn on b2. Fischer captured this pawn, attacking this rook. Korchnoi is not worried, and he played bishop to bishop to e5. The threat is here, checkmate. So no time to grab that rook. Fischer played rook to f2, attacking the queen. Queen went up, and that's a check. So Fischer blocked the check as well as attacked the queen. Now queen to h6 all the way here, and Fischer played. See, this was the, if we go back all the way back here, renewing the checkmate threat. Now Fischer played here. That's as well as blocking the checkmate, and Korchnoi played g takes f5. Here, Fischer grabbed the rook, and Korchnoi recaptured the bishop with the rook, and knight jumped in with a check, and Fischer sliced the king, and Korchnoi sliced the king, and Fischer took the pawn with the knight, and black played queen e6, and his plan is to push this pawn and make it a queen, and rook to g1 played by Fischer, and a4 as discussed, and rook to g4, and then queen b3, and then queen to f1, a3, slowly going to the promotion square. Who's gonna stop that pawn? Queen has just been attacked by Fischer, and Korchnoi simply took that rook. And at this time, Fischer resigned. The game could have continued like this. If knight takes, and then knight takes, and then rook to a8, and what else? Knight f5 perhaps, then a2, because queen cannot go this square to stop the promotion. If it goes there, then queen is gone. So that's the reason why, look at the eval bar, is winning completely for black. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Please make sure to subscribe this channel and keep me motivated. So we're gonna come up with a lot of other games, and till the next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.